Good morning, everybody, and welcome to another High Button Sports stream here of the U14 Male High Performance Program. Game number 2 of 4 for this section of the High Performance Program. My name, Matt Dudelay for High Button Sports. I will have the call for you here this morning as these teams up and at 'em early, had an early morning breakfast, and they're going to get right to action here. So 2 games for each section. Back-to-back games this morning, and then they'll have basically a full day break, and they'll start back at this evening. So we'll jump right into the action here. It was a real good game yesterday to start. I thought maybe there would be some nerves involved, but not one bit, as these 2 teams came out absolutely firing yesterday, and they looked like they're going to do the same here this morning. And over the line there is dropped back, looking for Zwicker, but O'Coin picks it up down the right side, had it poked off his stick. Down inside the right corner, cycled down deep. Dixon had a hard time with it off the wall. Now he's going to be double pressed in behind, but Navy's going to come away with the puck. Up the left side and over the red line and dumps it in deep, and now Navy's going to get a full sail change. Good, smart play there. Didn't seem like much, but a good dump. Give your team some fresh legs. Get in on the forecheck, but it's going to be Yellow going back the other way. That was Nordine. Couldn't handle the outlet pass now as Dixon goes back to collect. Dixon dodges a hit. Nordine centered out front there looking for Eli Woolley, and just escaped him there as the puck is pumped back down inside the zone. Baldwin rims it around to the far side. Zwicker. Sorry, that's Ripley. Saucer pass, backdoor shot there. Nice save by the starting goaltender, number 30, Jerome Doucette, who had a couple absolute showstoppers yesterday in the game. Gets his first test there, the old backdoor 2-on-1 to start. And now we're going to have our first penalty of the game here. Pretty obvious one there. I think anybody would have called that one. So the referees will get together to discuss here, as they do when both arms go up. So early power play here for Team Yellow. Looking to get on the board early, break the ice. Young Liney back in action here, taking charge early on. Right off the face-off, Ruiz is just going to send that the length of the ice. Good face-off there and a good clear. It's going to force Yellow back to break out. Back in behind the net was Brabant. Left it there for Dufour. Dufour runs into a little bit of trouble down there. The puck gets lodged up at the blue line just in the official's feet now as Frizzell loops it back. Harvio cross for Brabant. Brabant will work through the neutral zone. He's going to walk in over the blue line now on the right side. Stopped up. Trying to get set up here on the power play. Dufour, nice shake move at the blue line as he cycles it down deep. Takes the return pass. Looking to get it back now. Brabant shot there as the puck came loose. All the way around to the far side. Big hit there on the forecheck at the blue line. That was George McKim throwing the weight here early, but a good job by Harvio to hold the line and take that hit. Now as Davey will be able to dump the puck down and clear it. So 53 seconds left to go here in the man advantage as Brabant back to collect. Shakes around the first forechecker. Now he's going to find some space for the neutral zone. Cuts back to the left side. Good job by his teammates to stay on side as he weaved through the neutral zone. Down deep. He's going to switch sides here. Simon Pelham picks it up. Works it around. Over to the right side. Brabant looking for a shot. Walks all the way in. Shot there, and a nice save by the starting goaltender, number 70, Jonah Harvey. So both goalies played the third period yesterday, getting the start here this morning. 3 goalies, 3 periods, so you get 20 minutes per game to do your thing out there. We'll face off to the left side of Harvey now. Taken right off the draw, work to the left side. Hannenberry fires across ice, nobody home for Yellow as the puck will get inside the corner. Ripped back down deep. Spun off there was Kennedy. Kennedy will bank it off the wall, looking for Berger. It was too far for him to reach, but Navy will collect, and they'll send it the length of the ice. 5 seconds left to go. It's the penalty set to expire. And now we are at even strength. So a big first kill there for Team Navy. As Yellow will exit the zone here, fresh out of the box. was Chandler, and he swiped that puck as McLaughlin tried to go up to Cranston. Cranston was trying to wait for that puck to get to him so he could enter the line. Now is Pelham. Nice move into the middle of the ice. Tried to get a shot off. Didn't have an option, so he fires it in low. Real good pace to start here so far. Serving Wheaties at the meal hall, it seems like this morning, as the puck comes right up underneath the booth here. Cranston pokes it free, but Henneberry, his former teammate, loops back. Good support underneath. There's Romard. He's going to get the return pass behind the net. He'll move it over to the right side. Up the right side. Good clean couple passes from Team Yellow. Real nice looking breakout there as that puck will get inside the blue line. Henneberry slots in. Reynolds on him. Henneberry gets the best of him though as the puck comes free now. Romard trying to poke it free as he rolls it in behind the net. Back pass out front there, and Mosier couldn't collect. Now he's going to get on the loose puck though. Comes around out front. Cranston in perfect positioning there to intercept as he works down the left side. Cranston taking on 2 yellow jerseys, and he's going to come away with the puck here, staying strong on it. Around the top of the circle. Nice move. Walks into the middle. Shot there. That one just gets deflected wide. Nice little move there from Bowen Cranston. Now Mosier is just going to fire that in on goal. Harvey's not going to take any chances, and he'll cover it up here with 14:44 left to go. Things starting to open up a little bit more here. Everyone's kind of getting acquainted with one another. Spending a lot of time over the last few days together, so start to build some chemistry. That's one thing the evaluators will be looking for as well. Players that can go up and down the lineup and play with any position and basically any situation. Now as Dixon off the ensuing faceoff will collect. He's going to carry all the way down the ice and over the line now. Stops up looking for some recruits. Didn't have any options, so he cycles it in deep. Marshall Hayes thought about going for the pinch here, but it's picked up there by Lebucky. Up the left side, that's going to be dumped in behind the goal. Turnaround pass there. That was Lincoln McDonald getting it in deep. Eli Woolley out there as well. That one puck gets by Andrew Michaud at the point. It's going to be tipped. The official waves it off here. As Doucette lost his twig going out to play the puck here, and Lebucky was kind of looking at him like, what's going on? So Doucette without the paddle. Yellow just trying to get this puck out of the zone. Will allow their goaltender to get their stick back, and that'll do the job there. Up into the bench. 13:51 left to go here in this first period. So we have the U14 here this morning, and then right afterwards we'll jump into the U15 section as well, and the players will do the thing for the day, and they'll be back for game number 2. To the point. Ruiz faked the shot. Now he'll cycle it in deep. Picked up by McLeod. McLeod chipped off the wall. That'll get off the stick and down the ice, so icing waved off. Ruiz back to collect here as Frizzell got in on the forecheck. Puck will stay in behind the goal line. Nice move there was Norris. So he moves it up for Ruiz on the left side. And over the line now is Ripley. Ripley stops up in the corner. Had the puck poked off his stick as it'll come out to the blue line. Ruiz couldn't hold the line, so he loops back out through the neutral zone. Cross for Norris. Norris tried to get the red line and dump it in deep, but he nailed his own teammate with it. Doucette will stop that there. He'll leave it for McLeod, who loops in behind the goal. McLeod back in behind. He'll cut back again. Baldwin wasn't able to get a piece of him, so McLeod will lug here. He's going to fire that over, tried to force a pass. It got in over the line, poked back out. A little confusion at the blue line there as it got lodged on Team Yellow. Now as Frizzell tried to grab that puck, but it's picked up here by Navy and over the zone. Ethan Norris dumps it in deep. Double team down there in the corner. McLeod once again in behind his own goal. Reverse play back the other way. Simon Pelham picks it up on the left side as it took a weird hop off the Zamboni doors. Up the left side. Houston McDonald lugging the puck in behind the goal line. Good job there to take the route less traveled, we'll call it. A lot easier to try and jump back into the middle of the ice, but he does a great job there of just initiating contact and carrying that puck in deep, making sure it does get in. Pelham on the forecheck on the F3. Puck comes free. It's going to come outside the line. Now is a 2-on-2 forming here. Good defensive play there now as Navy will pick it back up as Kennedy just inside his own zone. Fires it across for Berger. Berger tried to clear it right away, but it bounced over stick. Now it's turned over. Opportunity there. A shot that was blocked. And rolls wide. Nice move. Buckley down the right side. Opportunity to shoot. He does. It goes off the side of the goal, and the official got duped there by the side of the netting. And I'd be lying if I said that hasn't fooled me a few times before. So the face-off will stay inside the zone. So it'll be Cranston. And Noel Romard on the face-off here. Puck is down, cleanly won as Noel fire that in deep off the face-off now as Brabant picks it up. He's going to stop up in his own defensive corner, fires it across there for Harvio up the left side. Nice little one-touch pass, but couldn't complete the play. Mosier, the left side. Romard not going to waste any time as he fires that in deep. Harvey out to play it, got a piece of it. It's Yellow who gets there first, but now it's going to be poked off the stick. Reed Reynolds in his own defensive zone. Stopped up, left it there. Nice little exchange with Noel. Now there's going to be a penalty here, and it's going to go to Team Yellow. And it's going to be a penalty call on Noel Romard. 2 minutes or less for interference. Didn't really get to see the play, but I'm not officiating, so it really doesn't matter. So Navy off to their first power play of the game here with 10:57 left to go here in the first period. Good real start here to this game. Still waiting on our first goal. Not a whole lot of grade A chances, but some real good hockey being played here so far. Navy off the face-off. They'll move it right across right away. Looking to widen things out here to get set up. Puck comes out to the blue line, and McLaughlin hustled to get there, but puck will come outside the zone, and now it's going to be cleared the length of the ice. Harvey out to play it off the end wall. O'Coin was in there, and he gets taken down. Not sure if he got tripped up or blew a tire. Either way, he's back to his feet now as Cranston will carry through the neutral zone. Cranston, left side, shot there through the feet, and that one got through the goaltender but couldn't find the back of the goal. O'Coin now without a stick, so 5 on 4.5. Mosier tried to make a move there, short-handed, carries it in, just going to loft that towards the goal. McLaughlin stopped it before it could get there. And so he'll loop it back. Noel, cross ice for Cranston. Cranston looking for some options. He'll fire it through the middle, looking for Reynolds. Escapes Reynolds, but now he'll recollect. Dropped back at the blue line, and good job there by Woolley. 1 on 3, so he just fires it in. 55 seconds left to go here in the man advantage as Navy goes back to get set up here on the power play breakout. Through the middle of the ice, nice little feed. Enzo Chandler lugs it into the zone, cuts to the middle, tries to shoot, he does. It was deflected and goes up and over the goal. Back to the blue line. Got by Hayes there at the right side point, so Dixon will have to go back to collect. Behind his own goal now is the centerman. Chandler will loop in behind. Nice little exchange back to Dixon as they switch sides here. Zone entry coming here for Navy down the left side. Opportunity with a drive there. Tried to go back door, and Doucette got a glove on it before it could make its way there. So face-off will come to his right. 16 seconds left to go in the Romard penalty. So each team getting a little special teams going early on. Puck is down. Navy will collect off the face-off. Cross-ice pass right onto the tape of Ruiz. Brought back in. Shot there. That one's low blocker. Goes off the side of the goal. He had the space. Zwicker with it. Nice little pass down low. Chandler, nice move. Drags it to the front of the net, though, but a good second effort there by Labucky is going to separate things there. Now we're going to have a foot race here. Back the other way. Ruiz and Romard out of the box. Great shake play by Ruiz. Now he's going to find that lane. Fires it across to his teammate as they work up the left side. Now in over the blue line. Drop back. Comes outside. As Norris is just going to rip that back in. Didn't want to take any chances back towards his end zone here. Lebucky out front of his own net, dangerously across the middle from Michaud. Michaud up the right side, nice little exchange there as Lebucky jumped into the play. Took the touch pass from Dufour, who carries it down low. Dufour through traffic, back door. Romard couldn't get a stick on it. There's Nordine in to help out now. Into the right corner as Lebucky slots back. Good job by Dufour to slot back and take the position of the defender. Now it's going to come back to the left point for friend of the show, Andrew Michaud, and now we're going to have the net dislodged, maybe. So we'll have a face-off inside the Navy zone here to the right of Jonah Harvey with 8 minutes exactly left to go. Face-off on the way now. Taken cleanly here. Berger in behind his own goal as he stops up. Outlet pass up the left side. And over the blue line, and Ripley will get it in deep as he's going to give chase. Down there against McLeod. McLeod had it stripped. Cruz, Baldwin in there to dislodge that puck, but now Yellow's going to go back the other way, but they turn it over here in the neutral zone as Kennedy collects. Heads up there now as Ripley. A little bit of a suicide pass there, but no harm done as McLeod back in behind the corner, just in front of the Zamboni doors now. And McLeod throws a hit there as an opportunity in front, just rolls through the crease. Physicality picking up here a little bit. Remember, these players are coming into their first year of body contact, or body checking, I suppose. Body contact at every level. McLeod spins off, heads up there now as Frizzell looking for the outlet pass, but a good pinch there from Kennedy. He's going to intercept it, and he'll loop back in his own zone. Now as Henry Berger picks it up, he's going to move down the right side, gets the red line, gets it in deep as a couple of the Navy players will head in for a change. Doucette leaves it there. Nice move, dangerously tripped up there now, and there's going to be a penalty to Navy. And O'Hearn knew it right away as he came in to pick up that loose puck. So another power play opportunity here, the second of the game. So we'll go back down into Team Navy end zone here. 6:52 left to go in this first period. See if we get a goal now before the period ends. So right side of Harvey. Puck's down off the face-off. Yellow had it for a moment, but it's going to be picked up by Team Navy here, and that'll be sent the length of the ice. Doucette, good job there to peel that puck off the end wall. You don't want to have your defender come back and dig that out, so small little detail there that'll go a long way. Brabant looping in his own zone. Great job here on the forecheck from Gregor O'Hearn, forcing Brabant in behind the goal for a good portion there to start the power play. As Harvey-O, right side, nice little move, and over the line, cuts back. Jesse Gallant slows up, looking for his options, goes back to Harvey-O. Harvey-O following up there was Gallant. Good job he did because the puck landed there. And that's the idea. You fire that puck up to the blue line, you want to follow it up at least a little bit, become an option, and get yourself in an area where the defenders won't want to head to. That would leave out too much space in front of the net. Basically forcing the hand of the D-men if you do it correctly. Because that's going to be lofted inside the zone. McLaughlin takes a big hit down there from Mosier. Chipped off the wall, and that's going to be a hand pass there is what I was going to say. The faceoff's going to come outside the zone. 47 seconds left to go here in the penalty to Alex McDonnell. Puck is down off the draw. Cranston trying to push it forward. Romard looking for it as well. O'Coin trying to find Romard. As Henneberry moves it up the left side. That'll be picked up there by Lincoln McDonald. He's just going to fire it inside the zone. Harvey out to play it, but it was McDonald who took the bump down there. Back to get it and clearing out of harm's way. Doucette left it there for his defender now as Henneberry picks it up. He'll stop up. He's got Cranston on him. Romard. He's going to leave it there. Now as Romard picks it up here in full flight on the left side. He's going to cut through the middle. Good job to stay onside as he walks in. Good exchange there, but Donald couldn't fully corral it. Romard was looking for the return passes. Now it's going to be sent the length of the ice, and we're back to even strength here, and that's going to be an icing just as the penalty expired. So we'll head back down into the Team Navy end zone here. Penalty box door left open there, but young official got her under control now as the faceoff is down. Right off the draw. Dufour spins, fires it around for Nordine, who leaves it there for Michaud. Michaud walks the line. Good job there. And the official with a great call. That was perfectly played there by Michaud. He knew exactly how much space he had to work with as he goes back in his own zone to collect here. And behind. Nice little passes. Yellow will start the breakout here. Pass through the middle for Dufour. Dufour walks in on Dixon. Shirts to the left side. Moves back to the middle. Gets a quick shot off, but a good save by Harvey. Now is Dufour in there. Two bodies around the same size collide there. Both of them will stay on their feet. Slabaki now. Great cross corner dump there. Good awareness as across to the far side. Dufour cuts down low. He's going to stay on it. Centers out front there. Couldn't get a stick on it. Make a play was Woolley. Labucky, cross ice pass for Michaud. Michaud, far one towards the goal. Tipped in front, then they score. Just a simple seeing eye shot from the point. Tipped by Eli Woolley in front, and that's going to go posted in on Harvey. Not much the netminder can do there, but it's a 1-0 lead here for Team Yellow. Just a quick shot towards the goal with a deflection. Simple hockey play that ends up working out for them here, and they'll take the lead here with just under 4 minutes to go. Back to center ice now. You get that net fixed down there in the end zone. That's coming off a little bit here throughout the week. Now keep in mind, folks, it's July. Yeah, the rink has to work a little extra hard to keep this ice to where it needs to be. Just having a quick looks like we got her under control for now anyway. Puck down now. Looks like we get back to gameplay here as Mosier pokes it free, trying to get in behind. Nearly got in behind the D. Nice play there. Back the other way. McKinnon over the line, tried to go back door. Good play there by Marty McLeod as he knocked that one down out of midair. Now as Mosier's back the other way for Team Yellow. 1-on-2. He's got some teammates coming in late. On the back check was Chandler. That's where you'd like to see Mosier kind of loop in wide there and widen things out there and create some space to allow his teammates to get in and support. By cutting to the middle, you're kind of forcing your hand there. And he had it poked off his stick, but the puck will stay inside the zone, so not all bad there as Chandler, left side. McLeod poked it off his stick as he'll spin around and try and get away from the forechecker. Frizzell picks it up here on the outlet pass now is down the left side. Ethan Marsh carries it deep, tries to center off the side of the goal. Harvey staying put down there on the side of the goal. Just under 3 minutes to go. They're now trying a centering pass here once again, and Harvey will intercept, and he will hang on here. A bunch of yellow jerseys in the high slot. So 2:48 left to go. Full sail change here for Yellow. Navy will keep the same D and switch up to forwards. Face off to the left side of Harvey now. Taking off the draw. Now is Pelham working the corners. Walk across the top of the circle. Now he's going to cycle it down low as he had Baldwin on him the whole way up. Into the middle. Harvey in front for Pelham. Pelham there. Point blank shot there. I think Harvey got a piece of it. And back the other way they go. McDonnell He's got Ripley with him. 2-on-1. McDonnell keeps, shoots, saved by Doucette. So the rebound comes free. McDonnell trying to peel it off that Zamboni door down there. Now we're going to have a yellow penalty on the way as Kennedy walks in, shoots there, tipped in front, and the puck came loose for a moment. Weren't able to find it, so it's going to be a boarding call down there in the corner. So another power play on the way here for Navy. I thought for sure it might have been a hit to the head, but that's why I'm not wearing the stripes. Either way, 2 minutes up on the board. Navy trying to pump a little energy into their team here as they trail by 1. A great opportunity late here to tie things up. So Baldwin on the draw here for Navy. He'll tie up. Puck pushed out of the crowd now. Good job on the face-off assignments as Navy got in there to collect. Shot coming, Berger there. That one was deflected wide. Comes all the way to the blue line. Cross-ice pass. Good job there. He's able to hold the line there perfectly as he carried that one in, and that's a shot from a distance off the stick of Berger. It was smothered up by Doucette. And he will hang on, so minute 51 left to go in the period and a minute 41 left to go in the power play. Face-off taken here by Navy. Cleanly, they're going to slow it down now as it goes down low to Buckley. Buckley on the half wall. Fires across ice for Kennedy at the left point. Kennedy carries, drags, loops back. Pelham on him. Kennedy, great job, Pelham. Had the numbers, so he attacked. Nice little slide under the stick pass there as they go backdoor, and great job in front to tie up. So that pass couldn't quite get through. Centering pass there. Here, picked off there by Brabant in front, using that long reach to his advantage. Now as Berger will pick it up. He's going to have some ice as Yellow was getting a change on the go as he'll carry it inside the zone, drops it back. Good job to carry that puck low. Now a little one touch through the feet, nearly into the front of the net as the puck escapes out into the neutral zone as McLaughlin will pick it up. Left side, entering the zone. Down the left side, still on it. Back pass, shot there. Nice save, Doucette. Real good zone entry there and good communication. And you just got to trust that that's your teammate there. I know a few times in my career I've come back on the back check and yelled for the drop pass, and then you just turn and go back the other way. You don't often get players with it, especially as they get acquainted with one another. They start to pick up on voices and just tendency and stuff like that. So that's where that chemistry kind of comes in hand. Now as Cranston will lug the puck all the way down the left side. He's just going to bully his way down to the front of the net. Took on 2 yellow jerseys and just pushed them towards a goal, so they'll get an offensive zone face-off here with 30 seconds left to go. It's a big draw for both sides here. 20 seconds left to go in the penalty. To the right side of Doucette we go. Little switcheroo. Taken cleanly, big win there for Navy as McLaughlin will slow it down. 30 seconds is quite a bit of time now as that puck gets deflected. Cranston had just traveled a little too low there for that puck to find him as he collects now, works it around to the left side half wall. Back up top for Cranston, right back to where it came from. Left side. Didn't have a lane to the net. Good job there by Michaud to jump into that shooting lane. Another shot there, tipped in front, rebound. 5 seconds left to go. Kind of got to hurry here. Cranston peels it. Backdoor pass. Opportunity shot there. They score. My, oh my. What a play there in tight as Navy will tie it up late. Cranston knew exactly how much time he had and does a great job to find his teammate there. So right at the buzzer, Navy will tie it up here at the end of the first, and that will conclude the first 20 minutes. A 1-1 tie between Navy in yellow here in the U14 division. We'll have a quick intermission, and then we'll be back with the second period. So we'll be back here shortly. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back inside the Charles V. Keating Arena here in Antigonish, Nova Scotia for the second period of the U14 male high performance program here. The goaltenders in net now are number 91, Anakin Sillaboy, and number 35, Landon Rogerson. Players are at center ice. The last couple stragglers from outside the dressing room, and we are underway, 20 minutes on the board, and we're going to get right into it here. Labucky getting the start here in the period. Nice spin move from Michaud. He did that to me a couple times at the old HB Christmas party. Poked off. Navy, the late period goal right at the buzzer. And we have a whole new set of officials out here once again, so part of the process here for the Hockey Nova Scotia officials as well. Michaud, nice one-touch pass for Mosier. Wasn't able to hold on to it long enough to make a play as it gets ripped back down inside the yellow zone. Labucky, reverse play. Great job there as Michaud picks it up. He's going to work up the left side. Didn't have a direct pass, so he elects to fire that off the glass and down the ice. Icing going to be waved off here as it gets in the end zone. O'Coin is going to get there first. 2-on-2 down in the corner as it's poked free. Lofted up and over. Trying to knock that bouncing puck down there was Cale Parsons. Parsons is going to fire that the length of the ice right onto the tape of Romard, who couldn't hold on long enough, but he does get a stick on it, so that'll negate the icing. And now in transition back the other way. Baldwin carries, one-touch pass there. Mosier takes him down as he takes the hit to make the play. Now it's going to get inside the zone. Baldwin in to help out. Good hit down there to separate, and they're going to have a possession switch here now as it's shot back out into the neutral zone. Norris tried to fire it back for Ruiz. Now Ruiz had to go back in his own zone to collect. Norris through the middle looking for Baldwin. Nice little stop up there with the back side of the blade or the front side. McLeod up into the play. Got caught. The shot there was blocked. Heads up there now as Woolley. The stick or puck poked off his stick there by Ripley, who was jumping down on the forecheck. The outlet pass up the left side. Good start to the period here for both sides. Down low, opportunity. Ripley couldn't get the shot off. Now is McLeod's going to fire that off the glass, and that's going to go the length of the ice here. And that's going to be an icing charge to Team Yellow. They have the long defensive change here, so we did see that be a factor a little bit in the games yesterday. Faceoff will come down to the right side of Rogerson. .17:44 left to go here in the second period as the puck is down. Frizzell off the draw, trying to poke it free as it comes out into the neutral zone. Kennedy across for Berger. And Berger is going to fire that in. Now is a delayed offside here for Team Navy. So they're going to have to touch up here. So Yellow, a little bit of an advantage on the breakout now as Dufour will work in. He's going to see a lane right down the middle. Couldn't hold on to the puck, but it does get to Frizzell. Shot there, rolling it behind. Sillaboy with the paddle. Clears it out of harm's way as it was trickling towards the goal line. Buckley stopped up on the puck. Good job there. No flybys as he's going to fire that inside the zone. Harvio dodged a hit. Just underneath us now. Good play. Berger shakes off the forechecker, moves it up the right side. Chipped off the wall. Carried in over the line now is McKim. McKim drives wide to the front of the net there. Shot. He scores. Great net drive, George McKim. And now Navy will take their first lead of the game on a great individual effort there from McKim, but that all started back in the defensive zone. Berger shook off the first forechecker, got himself some open ice and hit the man swooping through in support. And that's all it took for Team Navy. So they got in, and that one squeaks through Rogerson. So it's a 2-1 hockey game now and a full sail change here for both sides. Left side, Palom takes a bump there from Reynolds. Reynolds not shy of the rough stuff. Not the biggest guy out there, but doesn't bother him one bit. A little bit of a soft spot for the smaller players, as that's exactly what I was, or I shouldn't say was, still am. It's going to be dumped in. Sillaboy out to play it, but he saw a yellow jersey pouncing on him quickly, so he retreats back to the goal. It's pushed out through the neutral zone. Cranston grabs it, comes inside the blue line. Puck never did exit, so he carries it in. Now he's going to work around the left side with a step shot there. Rogerson the save. Those two know each other pretty well. Pelham looking for the break-out pass through the middle. Couldn't get it to go. Good job by Blue there on the change. Cranston shot there off the mask of Rogerson. It looks like it blew one of his buckles off as the rebound was cleared, but held inside the zone. Reynolds looking for that loose puck. Pelham took a bump. Still with the puck, though. As Cranston went for the hit on his former teammate. Now another hit thrown. Cranston just inside the blue line. He's going to take a hit as he barrels through another former teammate of his, Henneberry, as he's going to return the favor, and a little bit dangerous, but no call on the play. So those two are actually pretty good buddies. I love to see the competition between friends. It's crazy how you can run over one of your best buddies. Now is an opportunity. Mosier to the forehand, and he's going to find the back of the goal. Tie game. Nice move in front. Silky smooth hands in tight. And it's a 2-2 hockey game here. Second period wide open here so far. And just to touch on that previous note there, you can play against your best buddies and run them through the boards and then take your gear off and get right back to regular life. And that's one of the beautiful things about the game of hockey and just sport in general, is the competition between friends, family, and everything else in between. So Navy going to get right back on the push here, trying to get their lead back as Michaud got a stick on that. Mosier on the left side. Great gap control there as they step right up at the blue line. That was Dixon, and that's going to force the puck back the other way. Lebucky for Michaud. Michaud cross ice, turned it over, and luckily he was offside for his sake there as he took a hit. Right back to his feet, though. It's definitely one thing you look for, is take a big hit and see how quickly the kids get up. The face-off will be just over in front of the Navy bench. Peeled over to the face-off there as Navy will dump it inside the zone. Michaud. Mosier brought it back in, so pretty sure that the rule is if the defending team carries it back inside the blue line that the offside will be waved off, but I'm probably wrong, to be honest. Face-off cleanly won as Bucky goes back to collect. A little bit of trouble there off the wall as he rims it around the far side for Michaud. Michaud up and off the glass. Always a safe play as a defender. Nice and simple. If you don't have a direct pass, at least get it up and over now as it's in behind Rogerson in the crease area. Lebucky right there on the doorstep was able to clear it out of harm's way. Now as Dixon holds the line as he was the last man back. Romard throws a hit. Rogerson got tripped up in the crease. Back to his feet, though. Michaud on his man. Zwicker stick handling in a phone booth as he does. Got that puck out front. They got a good chance now, but Mosier heads up there. He had his head down and didn't see the defender coming at him. Now is a nice hit over there on the right side. Dropped in front of the slot, trying to go back to the forehand. Another opportunity. Rebound loose again. Shot there, blocked. Lebucky got a stick on it. Spin around chance here for Chandler. Backdoor pass. Nice save, Rogerson. Michaud clears the puck. That's going to come all the way out into the neutral zone now. Dixon takes a bump there from Romard. Romard couldn't find the loose puck. Now he's going to collect here just inside the zone. Tried to center it, but it was picked off, and now we're going to have a penalty. And it's going to be Enzo Chandler, 2 minutes for cross-checking. So a power play on the way here for Team Yellow. After just tying the game, now they have a chance to take a lead. So Lincoln McDonald and Cruz Baldwin on the draw there. Yellow will collect off the ensuing face-off all the way across. Opportunity to walk in. He does shot there. Saves Syllaboy. Rebound is loose and poked into the corner. All the way up to the blue line. McLeod got a piece of it. That's going to come out into the neutral zone now as Parsons picks it up. He'll loop. Indirect pass. Looking for Nordine. Couldn't quite connect. Now he had it poked off his stick. Little back and forth through the neutral zone here, but eventually it goes down inside the yellow zone where McLeod goes to pick it up. McLeod sold the skate there, hits the break, stops up in behind the net. He'll step out here in front of his own goal. Across the blue line. Now in over the red. McLeod carries it in deep. Good job there as he just got it in there, and maybe would have liked to see him set up, but an offensive zone faceoff is never a bad option. So, minute 16 left to go in the Chandler penalty. He's already back to his feet, ready to go. He wants to get back out there, and can't say I blame him really. Now as Brabant will walk in, fake the shot, back up top. Harvio kind of had trouble with it there for a moment. Good hit down there as Frizzell trying to get possession back of the puck here as Brabant goes all the way across there for Dufour. Dufour at the top of the circle. Backdoor pass looking for Frizzell. Great stick in front by Kennedy. Didn't allow that puck to get through. Frizzell down low looking for the return pass. They tried to get it to him, but another great defensive stick there by Paxton Kennedy as he's just going to lug that down the ice. He's going to get the red line. He's going to get it in deep as Rogerson out to play it. Reynolds, good read there as he jumped in on the forecheck. Let that puck go to his teammate Ripley. And now an outlet pass to the middle for Frizzell. Frizzell, nice move, inside out. Opportunity shot there. Nice save. Syliboy is up. Rebound over to the right side corner. 15 seconds left to go in the man advantage as Harvio walks the line. Back pass, dangerous, but it worked out good. Dufour all the way back for Frizzell. Kind of maybe startled him for a sec there. Wasn't maybe expecting the pass to get through as Frizzell tries to fire one on the goal. It was blocked along the way as he'll fire one across for Dufour that bounces over his stick. Chandler back into the play now as we're back to 5-on-5. He'll jump right back on the ice. He's in behind there. If they would have saw him in behind, he was off to the races. Job there now. It's going to get inside the line. Good kill by Team Navy there and some good chances from Yellow, but weren't able to come up with anything there on the man advantage. Now as Dufour will lug it down the left side. He's going to get it over the blue line. Tries to cut to the middle. Lost the puck along the way. McLaughlin, there's those Zamboni doors being a factor down there. We've already seen a couple sticks lodged in between that gap down there. Nightmare for the parents or whoever buys the sticks. Didn't have to worry about those type of things when I was growing up playing. Sticks were like 24 bucks. There wasn't too many different kinds. Nice shot there off the side of the goal on a bad angle. It's going to be covered up here by Syliboy, and we'll have a face-off to his left here with 10.5 left to go now in the second period. Just about halfway through this game. Puck is down, off the face-off. Yellow will collect, shot towards the goal. That was deflected wide. That was off the stick there of Knox Hughes. Just try to get rid of it right away. Pelham working hard down there in the corner. McLaughlin as well. Around to the left side. O'Hearn fires it across. Buckley did a good job to wait for that as he works down the right side onto Henneberry. Buckley into the high slot. Trailer wasn't quite there as he was trailing right in behind. Nice play there by Gallant as he got that puck through for Houston McDonald. McDonald giving chase on McLaughlin. Tried to get in inside position. He will come away with the puck now. His heads up. Hughes got a trailer coming in the back checker. He's going to recollect that puck as he fires it in deep. Pelham taking on his old teammate Noel. Nice hit down there as a little bit of a screen thrown by Pelham unintentionally. As that puck gets poked back out to the blue line. Cross ice for Buckley. Down on Henneberry once again. Buckley fake to the middle. Carries it in deep. Continue on. Henneberry stays on him. He cycles it back up towards the point. Not often you get to say that as that was shot towards the goal, but it was blocked along the way. And now Simon Pelham's going to lug up the ice. Just going to fire that towards the goal and in deep, and he's going to head to the bench to complete a change. And another outlet pass there for Buckley. He'll fire it cross ice and over the line. Slap shot taken. Rogerson blockered that away. O'Coin on the loose puck. He's going to fire a cross ice pass. Good read there by Dixon. And he's going to be offside there just as Navy was changing. And we're going to have a whistle here. 9:26. Or sorry. Oh yeah, they have 9:26. Maybe forgot to hit the button here. Over there in the timekeeper's box. No big deal, though. Couple extra seconds for the players. Never hurt. Mosier down the left side. He's got a man going to the net. Syliboy at the post. Stop that before it could get across, and he will once again cover it up. Face off to the right of Syliboy now. Down low, Navy looking for the breakout. They're able to get it outside the zone, but Michaud's just going to collect and fire it right back down inside the Navy zone. Nice hit down there. Puck comes free though. Good pass across for Cranston. Cranston looks, fires it into the middle for Reynolds. Reynolds moves it back to Cranston. Nice exchange down the left side. Cranston carries in behind the goal, walks right out front. Shot there, he scores. Just incredible heads up there from Bowen Cranston. He comes around the net. All the bodies had funneled into the front of the hoop, and he just fires it up and over Rogerson, and Navy will regain their 1-goal lead here. And as mentioned, with all the hype around Cranston there, it's easy for the players to just kind of get into a lull there as he skates around. Nobody wants to be the one to get beat by him, but carried that puck into a tough area and fires it up over Rogerson. So 3-2 Navy, and we got a little battle in front of us here. Look at this. Little intensity at the face-off. Love to see it. Reynolds was taken down. Now O'Coin was in behind, but it's going to be offside. He was in behind the D, off to the races. Face-off will come out into the neutral zone here. So 4 games on the docket today. Back-to-back here this morning, and then back-to-back later on this evening. 2 games in a day sounds exhausting to me, but I'm not 14, so. Down the right side, Romard trying to shove one up on the short side, but couldn't get it to go as the puck trickles over into the corner. Forecheck here from Yellow is going to keep that puck in behind. Ruiz finds his outlet through the middle. Nice little breakout there from Team Navy. Over to the left side. Zwicker looking for the return pass. Pulls it back. Couldn't get it to go. Referee had that one pushed up in his feet. Now is Labucky. Fires across ice. Michaud. And over the blue line. Safely will dump it in as he takes a hit. Now he's going to have to retreat back as Navy back in transition here over to the left side. And over the blue line. Nice job there to step up at the blue line. The 2 number 11s collide. Now as Michaud shakes off the forechecker. Nice pull move as he gets away. Nice little touch pass there for Nordine, who moves it up here for McDonald. Now for Woolley on the left side. Pretty well everybody touching the puck here for Yellow before they entered the zone. Love to see the clean breakout there, just as a small chip pass into a quiet area, which allowed them to get in free. Now is Woolley in behind the D, left side. He's got Nordine there. He tried to go short side, and that one just goes wide. And a great hustle play there. McLeod keeps the puck inside the zone and then buries Baldwin on the reverse hit. Donald spins around. Nordine was ready to rip that one in the high slot, but a good job by the defender to get up in his space. McDonald once again back to the point. Shot there, bouncing puck. Syliboy had to be careful as he will find it through a crowd now, and he'll hang on and cover it up. 7:05 left to go here in the second period. 3-2 hockey game. It's always nice for the players to play in these tight games. Not that there's championship on the line or anything here, but playing in tight games can certainly show off some of your skill set here, how you can keep yourself composed, or when the going gets tough, how you react. So right off the face-off, Yellow collects. McLeod does a good job there with his partner Parsons to hold that line. On the left side, Kennedy stops up, waiting for support. Fires it in low. Back up top for Berger. Berger fired that one looking for maybe a deflection at the back post. Couldn't get it to go now as McLeod runs into his man. But a great job there by Baldwin, as I like to mention. When the D-man gets up into the play, someone has to cover for him, and Baldwin did that there. Now is Woolley down the left side. Woolley shot there, tried to go 5-hole rebound, was whacked at, and it goes through the slot. Nobody home now as McDonald cycles it down low. Baldwin fires it down to his D-man as Berger will collect in the right corner. Berger still with it. He fired that into the open door there at the bench. Don't see that too often, surprisingly enough. So the old block shot on the bench. But there's going to be a face-off here, so 6:13 Left to go, and the faceoff's going to come down inside the Team Navy defensive zone, just to the left of Syllaboy. Dufour lost that draw there to George McKim. Goal in the game so far. Back to the point. Harvio holds the line. Frizzell trying to peel it off the half wall, but ran into some trouble as Chandler poked it free. Dufour leaves it there for Brabant. Brabant couldn't handle, turned it over down the left side, stays on his man. And behind the goal, O'Hearn with it. Now low. Harvio throwing a big hit down there, comes all the way back to the point. Noel shot there, front, tipped wide. Down to the right side for Zell. For Dufour. Dufour on the breakout as he'll carry. And over the line, dropped it. Harvio joining the play, fired that towards the goal. It was well wide as Frizzell now takes a bump. The puck was cycled, not quite deep enough, so that'll allow Navy to enter the zone. Good job at the blue line to eat ice and stay on side. There was Enzo Chandler as he takes a big bump down there from Harvio as the puck comes free all the way back to the right point. Chase Noel cycles it down low. Quick shot there off the stick of O'Hearn, was tipped wide. McLaughlin's activating from the left point. Body's really starting to fly here now as these players really settling into the body checking. Not a whole lot of hands up, so good to see that. Dufour just underneath us here. Shakes off O'Hearn. Tried to get inside the zone, but had it knocked off his stick. Now as Frizzell dumps it in. Didn't quite make it down to the corners. It's going to move up the right side. Good job there by Reynolds to pick that up behind him. 2-on-1 forming now. The long change for yellow. Reynolds shot there off of Rogerson's mask and in behind the goal now is Reynolds. Dodged a hit down there from Henneberry as his teammate comes in to help now. Far side. Pelham in a foot race there with Cranston. Like I said before, those two know each other pretty well over the last couple of years. Nice tip in front. Rogerson able to corral it and find it through a little bit of a crowd there, but just a simple shot on net. Gives him a good chance there as Henneberry will give his goaltender a quick tap. So an offensive zone faceoff here for Team Navy. As Reynolds will take the draw here. Off taken by yellow, and they're going to commence the breakout here right away. Turned it over, though. Good job there at the red line as they just stepped right up into the play. Now Cranston looking for a turnaround shot. He'll get it now, an absolute laser, but that goes wide, and that's going to exit the zone. So back down in their own zone here as they collect him behind the goal. Stopping up over to the left side. Cranston from his skate to his stick. Finds Reynolds, who wheels back in his own zone. He'll turn on the Jets here in front of his own net as he'll work it up the right side. Now Reynolds will find that loose puck in behind, tries to center out front. He gets it to the goal, but not quite to where he wanted. Now Cranston backdoor, picked it up, backhand. That was off the crossbar. He got that up in a hurry. Referee right on site there, able to make the call. Just picked it up, basically a backhand one-timer. Pretty impressive stuff. Now as Cranston's going to find that loose puck. Shot there, another laser as Rogerson makes the blocker save. Henneberry takes a hit from there. Reynolds gets the puck outside the zone now. And over the line. That was Gallant. Tried to leave it there for Pelham, who came in to support as he'll carry it in deep. He ran into Dixon there, who pushed him off the puck. Didn't need a big hit there, just needed to separate, and he does. Down the left side, Cranston trying to find that loose puck. Finds it. He'll carry. And behind the goal, still with it. Tries to go backdoor. Great feed down there. Another pass. Tried to go through the crease. Looking for Charlie McKinnon in front. These good players, man, they find ways to make plays basically out of nothing. We got to see it there. Now is O'Coin back the other way. Great back check for Zells. A centering pass on the way. Couldn't get it to go. 2:25 left to go here in the second period. Zwicker will grab through the middle. Finds Chandler. Chandler stopped up, but O'Coin got in his way. Romard was looking for that loose puck. Ruiz back for it. He just uses the glass and gets that puck outside the zone momentarily. Now as Ruiz will find it through a crowd. Tried to chip it free. He does as Zwicker tried to make a move. It's caught inside the zone and That's going to be whistled on the offside. Minute 55 left to go here in the second frame. Puck's down. Michaud lofts that one up. It goes all the way down into the zone. Norris back for it. Got it to the blue line, but not out. Now Zwicker will carry through the neutral zone. Zwicker got pressed there, so he was forced to dump it as Michaud goes back. Lebucky looking for that bank pass in behind the goal. Into the middle of the ice. Cross ice pass, couldn't find the D-man, so the puck is deflected out into the neutral zone. Approaching the final minute to play here in the second. Ruiz, nice quick pass cross ice. McKinnon tried to return the favor. Now it's Chandler in to help out as he collects through the neutral zone, tries to dump it in, and he's successful in doing so as Rogerson just leaves it there for Lebucky. Lebucky got it to Nordin. Nordin took a bump there from Zwicker, got it out to the blue line, and a bouncing puck will get out into the neutral zones. We are officially in the last minute of play here as Woolley almost off to the races. Couldn't fully corral the puck though as Ruiz takes a bump there from him. Trying to stick handle his way out of the zone there was Norris. Had it poked off his stick as Yellow turns it over once again. Little chip play there to the right side. Good job. Put that puck into a quiet area, at least in deep. Final 30 seconds, at least keep the puck away from your own goal. Ruiz working out of a crowd. He's tripped up, but the puck comes out to the blue line. Unable to get it out there was Baldwin. Now he does. As Brabant will fire that back down inside the line. Yellow. Frizzell trying to poke it free. He will. Potential 2-on-1 here into the skate. 10 seconds left to go. Time here for one last play. Frizzell tried to fire it back. A little tangle up in behind the goal there. And now collected here by Yellow in the neutral zone. And that's going to do it here for 40 minutes. A 3-2 lead for Team Navy. Exciting second period of play. We'll have an intermission and we'll be back third period here in a few moments. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back inside the St. FX Arena here, the Charles V. Keating Center for the third period here, the final 20 minutes of the first game of the day here for the U14s. It's a 3-2 lead for Team Navy, and we're ready to go here at center ice, and nope. They had a whistle. I don't think anybody heard as everyone was just kind of standing around, but looks like we got her figured out here, so we'll try it again. And we're underway. McLeod chipped it off the wall. Down low for Frizzell. Frizzell walked right in, shot there, and they score right off the first face-off. 13 or 23 seconds in to the third period, and we have a tie hockey game. So great feedback door for Dufour. And just like that, we're going to head back to center ice. So you want to talk about starting on time, that's certainly a way to do it. Some of the staff weren't even out on the ice yet, and already we had a goal. So 3-3, McLeod back to collect here. Being pressed there from behind. He's worked it over to the right side for Zell, the outlet pass, who carries it back inside the zone. McLeod taken down, nice move. Cross ice pass onto the stick, and just bounced off the last second as that one's going to come back out into the neutral zone. Now is Dufour, the most recent goal scorer here. Shakes off a forechecker. Great edge work there from Dufour. Another shake move there. Fake on the inside, move to the out. Very shifty skater. Now he's going to carry it down. Heads up there. Oh, and he went into the boards hard, and he is shaken up, but gave himself a second to make sure everything was still intact. And he's back to his feet, but Navy was heading back the other way on a 3-on-1. Dufour head to the bench there. Looks like he's going to be okay, though. The trainer's going to have a quick check-in, but he looks to be fine now as Frizzell carries it through the neutral zone, now inside the blue. He's got Brabant with him. Brabant takes the back pass. They battle down there in the corner. Dixon picks it up, moves it to the right side for Chandler. Chandler fires it back down to Dixon as Pelham kind of eased off. Or sorry, that was Buckley. Pelham hit him into that piece of wood over there. Could potentially have some splinters in the back of his jersey. Worked in behind the goal now. Dixon. Good press here from Team Yellow, holding that puck down behind the goal line. A lot more physical here so far. The last two periods. Now it's Pelham. We'll loop it back there for Harvey O, who moves it across for Brabant on the anchor. Up the right side. Pelham got a stick on as that'll enter the zone. Dixon back to collect just in front of his own net now. Had the puck roll off his stick as he partners it across. On towards the end zone. It switches sides. Dixon looking for the outlet pass. Reynolds skate to stick. Only had it for a second as now Pelham back the other way. Cuts to the middle. Tried to make a move. In to help out now is McDonald. McDonald to the backhand in front. Pelham got a stick on it but couldn't quite get enough lumber. I guess it wouldn't even be lumber these days. Now as Cranston there takes a hit in the numbers. And he's going to give it back to McDonald there. McDonald had just eased off enough, I think, to not take a penalty there either way. Nice hit there. Cranston coming through for support. Reynolds got in over the line, and that one's going to be called offside. Looked to be good from here, but no harm. Back out into the neutral zone we go. Cranston did the quick desperation leg. Is down now. Right off the draw there's Nordine, finds that loose puck, and he's just going to head north. And over the line, cuts to the middle. Fires a shot there, and that's going to be stopped by number 29, Colson Gould, who will take the net here for Team Navy. And at the far end, number 14, Blake Butcher. Getting their touches here. Tough gig for the Tenders. Sit for 40 minutes and then be thrusted right in to action. It's already a tough position to start with. All the way around to the far side. Cranston, good hard pass cross ice for Noel. Noel, cross for Reynolds. Too far for him to reach. Reynolds had a couple words for the official there. He didn't like that call. It's too far for him to reach, though. It's one of those pads. You want it to be hard, but it doesn't have to be 150 miles an hour. You just got to get it to an area where he can win a foot race. But in this particular instance here, just a little bit too far ahead, so face off to the left of Gould. Chip pass through the middle. Zwicker trying to find the loose puck. He does for a moment, but it's Henneberry who comes away with it. It's Nordin now. Takes a bump as Henneberry came in to support. Cross ice pass. Zwicker looking for that loose puck again as it's banked inside the zone. Henneberry pivots, opens himself up. Nordin tries to poke that puck free. He does. And it's going to go the length of the ice, and that's going to be another icing here. 16:22. Left to go. A little bit of a slower pace to start here in the third, despite having a goal in the first 30 seconds. Goes down off the face-off, pushing it right through is O'Coin. Coin. Oh, it's going to have a step in behind. Tried to go back door there for Mosier, and he couldn't get it to go. Mabucky back to the point. Shot through a crowd. Kick saved by Gould as the rebound comes loose. Up to the blue line, but not out. Ruiz shakes off Mosier there as that's going to come outside the line. Through the middle for Zwicker. Zwicker down the right side. Enters the blue line. Chips it by Michaud, and he'll get in and on the forecheck. Michaud runs into him. The puck stays on Team Navy stick here. Mabucky, and Zwicker went for the hit. Mabucky had just turned himself around. So Coyne takes the outlet pass as he works to the neutral zone. Nice feed across as Mosier tried to get it in deep, but it was poked off the stick. Now Zwicker tried to make a pass at the blue line, and that's where you'd like to see the old chip and chase. So another offside here. 15.5 left to go in the third. So immediately after this one, we'll jump right into the U15 action. Puck down. McLeod off the face-off. Will partner it across. Parsons up the left side. He takes a big hit down there, and that puck will get out into the offensive zone for him. So not all bad there. When you get taken down, sometimes you make a play and weren't able to get anything from it as the puck will go down inside the yellow zone. McLeod battling down there, centering pass. Whole bunch of commotion down there at the side of the goal as Baldwin will give chase. He's going to come away with that puck. Baldwin peels it up top. Dangerous pass, but he got it through. Kennedy down low. McLeod chips it around the far side. Marsh took a bump as that's going to be ripped around the far side now. Frizzell picks it up here in his own zone. Down the right side, Frizzell chips it, barrels through his man now as it's down the right side. Marsh tries to center. Good defensive play there by number 26, Cameron Ripley. McDonnell down the right side. He's going to get the red line and get it in deep as Butcher leaves it there for McLeod. McLeod up the right side for Frizzell, who just chips that out into the neutral zone. Now Dixon, far side for O'Hearn. O'Hearn tried to return the favor, but Frizzell turned it over. Poked off his stick, though. A little back and forth action here through the neutral zone. Buckley tries to make a move through a crowd. Bodies flying everywhere down here now. McLeod, big hit down there in the corner. Poked free. Gallant couldn't get it to go. Down low, looking for an opportunity at the side of the goal, but it was poked off the stick and into the corner. Up the left side now for Pelham. Pelham going to lug it through the neutral zone here. And over the line, he's just going to fire one towards the goal. That didn't quite make its way on net. So it comes all the way back out here. Brabant, beautifully placed over there for Pelham. Landed perfectly on a saucer there as now everyone getting their licks in. O'Hearn couldn't take the bounce pass. Pelham finishes his check down there as the puck goes inside the zone. Harvio, cross ice pass. Nice move into the middle. Heads up there now as puck doesn't quite get inside the zone deep enough as Dixon collects, and he's going to go back the other way here in transition. Dixon inside out. Ran out of space. Brabant Fires it over to the left side. Woolley can't find it. Reynolds off the bench as he'll join the party here and fire it in deep. To the middle of the ice, Reynolds will finish his check. Cranston holds it in. He's going to have an opportunity on the left side. Cranston tripped up shot there, arms up in the air, delayed penalty on the way. And it's going to be touched up now by Yellow just as Gould was heading to the net there. Good heads up by the netminder down there. So power play on the way here for Team Navy. 3-3 hockey game. As the faceoff will remain down to the right side of Butcher here. Navy trying to inject some life into that team out on the ice here for the man advantage. Off the draw, Yellow will collect. And behind the net now is Reynolds. Reynolds, oh, front there, a shot, and didn't quite make its way through as Cranston in the high slot there. O'Coin will stay stick length between him. Cranston takes it on the right side. Shot there, save made. Rebound loose on the side of the goal. Couldn't knock it down. It's Noel in behind the goal as he circles around. Tried to force a pass through the middle. Now it'll find the stick of Reynolds. Reynolds slows it down. Didn't try and force a pass. He'll hang on. Now he does. Goes back to the point. McLaughlin shot there through a crowd. Nice save, Butcher, as that puck comes free. Noel hanging on. So try and force someone to him, get them out of position. Now as McLaughlin fires it back down, Nordine got caught on the forecheck there. Reynolds, once again, didn't have a lane, so it's going to slow things down here and open things up as he moves over to the half wall. Now he'll cycle it in down low. Loose puck on him again. Cranston finds that loose puck. Reynolds got it right on the tape there. Good feed, and Cranston muscled his way through to get a shot off. Down low for Cranston now. Cranston tried to go backdoor for Reynolds. Reynolds opportunity shot there, and Butcher the save. Real good power play. Team Navy wanted the goal there, but official says nuh-uh. So 48 seconds left to go with a man advantage, and the faceoff's going to come to the left side of Butcher here now. Real good press, full sail change here for both sides. Puck down now, right off the faceoff, is going to be bolted down the ice by Romar, who's got a big smile on the face here. Now is Gould. Over to the left side, entering the zone now. Centering into the slot, Ruiz, backdoor, oh, what a save, Butcher. Holy moly, what a save. Left to right, kicked out the pad. What looked like to be a for sure goal, and they got a lot of it there on the one-timer. Not much more you could do there, but a fantastic save by Butcher here through a crowd. Another one through a crowd that he fights through to make the save, and great display of goaltending by the young man down there. So Chandler got all of that. Just couldn't quite get it up enough. But we won't take it away from the save here as Butcher now have face off to his right. So sat for 40 minutes, jumped right into action, and looks like he's been playing the whole time. Navy collects. Norris moves it for Chandler. Chandler and over the line. Backdoor for Ruiz. Couldn't get it to go. Penalty about to expire as we're back to 5-on-5 now. Norris left side. Great play there. Official got caught up in the mix. Now it's a nice move trying to go backdoor, and Zwicker was there, but they couldn't get the puck to him. Now is a centering pass opportunity. Shot there. Butcher got a piece of it, and that goes high and wide. Real good push here from Team Navy. Right now they have Yellow on their heels. Romar, cross ice, trying to sneak one in behind Ruiz. Zwicker picks up the loose puck off the wall and fires it in deep. Butcher out to play it. Labucky back to collect. Being pressed there as both Navy forecheckers caught in behind now the goal line. Labucky in over the line to the middle of the ice. Tried to pull the trigger. Fanned on it as Kennedy will collect that loose puck and fired up the wall. Labucky now going to pick it up. He's got options up ice. He's going to fire it across for McLeod. McLeod nearly turned it over. Finds the lane though, took a hit. And now the puck's going to be pushed back out through the neutral zone. Underneath 10 minutes to go here in the third period. Real good pace here. Taken now. It's dumped inside. Marsh up to Dufour. Dufour shot there off the post and behind Gould. And Dufour just missing another one here already. A goal to start the period. young man from the Sackville Flyers organization. Having himself a pretty good game here. He's going to switch on to the backhand for the face-off, the right-handed shot. And it works out for him there. Nice little tactic, especially at a young age like this, to pick up on that. So face-off's a big part of the game, folks. You want to get puck possession. You can't score if you don't have the puck, or at least it makes it a little bit tougher. It's U14. Back to the left point. Nothing to the net, so they fired in deep. Kennedy stopped up. Nice reverse move as he got around Frizzell, but Frizzell stays on it. Good second effort down there. Lodged up against the end wall. Frizzell with it. And for his options, out front for U14. U14 stick handling through a crowd, able to stay with that puck. Now he's taken down by Baldwin. Up goes the arm. They're going to try and dig it out. This is where you got to blow the whistle here, where it's all lodged up underneath. So it's going to be a tripping call here to Cruz. Baldwin and Yellow going to head to the power play here. Face off coming to the right side of Gould. .8:24 left to go here in the third period. Puck's down, back to the left point. Cross, return pass, Brabant, down low. Kind of fanned on the attempt, but it worked out as it went right to his teammate. Gallant, back up top. Brabant from the left side. Shot there, tipped in front, that goes wide. Good little chance there now as it comes back to Jaravio. He fires it back down. Tripped up, and another penalty coming here to Navy. It's a 5-on-3. Now as it's touched up, a little bit of a smart play there by Jaravio, actually. So a 5-on-3 on the way. Minute 31 still left here in the first penalty, so extended power play chance here for Yellow. Well, Navy with a tough task ahead of them here. We're going to try this face-off once again here. Right off the half wall. Both teams trying to gain possession here as Jaravio holds the line. It's going to be chipped out. Good play down the left side. Now it's a 1-on-1 back the other way. Brabant knocked the puck off his opponent's stick as it comes back to the point, and now it's going to be slid back by Hayes. Hayes took the ice. Smart play there. Killed off some seconds and then fired in deep, and that'll allow the forward to get a change here. As out comes Buckley as Brabant all the way around. Coming up through the neutral zone. In over the line. Carries it in. Good job there to get it in deep. You want to force the Team Navy to defend here and turn the puck over at the offensive blue line. Just not an option here on the power play as a shot through a little bit of a crowd is smothered up by Gould. That's one thing I do remember the coaches saying is instead of trying to make that move at the blue line or stopping just inside the blue, you want to carry that puck in deep, kind of force the defender's eyes back towards the defensive zone, and that's going to allow some open ice up in behind for the trailers in support. So good job there by Brabant just to lug that puck in deep. Doesn't seem like a whole lot, but it does make a big difference. You can kind of control traffic if you're the puck carrier now. Is teeing one up here, and that one was fanned on. It's McDonald. Down low, Henneberry. And for his options, they're going to stay on the same side here. Henneberry's going to lug it around up top into the middle of the ice, trying to open things up here. Down the right side, McDonald drags. Low shot. That was stopped by Gould through a crowd. It's Noel now, backhanded. Up to Buckley. Buckley will pick it up, far down the ice, and he'll head for a change. And out comes Cranston here. 11 seconds left to go in the first penalty. Henneberry will move it up the right side for Nordine. Nordine enters the zone now. Nice move. Gets around McLaughlin to the backhand. Couldn't get the shot off. Back to the point. And that's going to get all the way by everybody now as 24 seconds left to go. Butcher out to play it. Reynolds in on the forecheck. So it's a 5-on-4 now through the middle of the ice. Woolley ran into a traffic jam there now as Cranston shorthanded. 13 seconds left to go. Drag, shoots. Butcher the save off the right shoulder. Read it the whole way. Stayed up out of the butterfly and makes a nice save there shorthanded. Norris Right side for Ruiz. Ruiz is just going to hammer that inside the zone. Hit the old Zamboni doors down there, and a big kill for Team Navy there. 5-on-3. We're staying at 3-3 here. Reynolds into the middle of the ice. Cranston trying to stick handle through a little bit of a crowd. Now a shot coming. Save Butcher. Rebounds cleared out to the blue line and out. As Ruiz back to get it here for Navy. He's going to loop around. Got by O'Coin. Jump through the middle. Nice play. Down the right side. Ruiz towards the goal. Rebounds loose for Cranston. Shot there. He tried to go up top, and it was deflected wide. Back for Ruiz. Tried to cut to the middle. Good inside out there by Mosier. Forced him to dump it back in. Up to the blue line. Cycled down deep. Hughes looking to get that puck. He took the long route there, so that allowed Ruiz to come away with that puck. Down low for Reynolds. Reynolds out front for Cranston. Comes all the way to the point. Shot coming here from Norris there, and Butcher the save. And he will hang on and cover it up here as we are underneath 5 minutes to play here now. Looks like the next game will be right around the 11:15 mark. Still a 3-3 hockey game here. Taken cleanly by Navy off the draw. Kennedy down low for Zwicker. Zwicker steps off the half wall. Shot there. Butcher kicks it aside. Lebucky walking out the zone. Finds Romard. Romard takes a little bit of a bump from Zwicker. Then he's going to return it back to Lebucky, but it's going to be pushed back up the other side. And back the other way goes Zwicker here in transition into the middle of the ice. Chandler over to the right side. Shot there. That one goes wide. And now O'Coin back the other way now as Yellow 2-on-2. Back the other way. O'Coin inside out. Nice move. Stays with it. Backdoor shot. They score. What a play there. As it looked like Lebucky was the recipient of a great feed from O'Coin there, and Yellow's going to take a late lead. So O'Coin undresses the D-man there. Stayed with him for a moment, but O'Coin was able to slide that puck back door and go to the net with your stick on the ice, folks. As Lebucky got tied up, but he was still able to get his stick on things. So 4-3 Yellow here, less than 5 minutes to go. 4:20 exactly. O'Coin off the face-off, just going to chip that in deep. Back for it is Mosier. Mosier on the backhand, slides it out front. One-time shot there. Gould finds it out at the top of the crease, and he's going to hang on here. Face-off to the left of Gould. Puck's down. In the corner they go. Rimmed around to the far side as Dixon will chase. Mosier loving the body contact as he's been throwing his weight around here. Puck gets inside the zone. No icing. Zwicker and McLeod back for it. They bump bodies there, but McLeod's going to come away with the puck as he centers it out to the blue line, and we're going to have a head contact penalty here for 4 minutes. So the old double minor, so he'll sit the rest of the game in the sin bin, and it looks like Enzo Chandler. Tough bounce there for Team Navy. So, a 4-minute penalty here. Big chance here for Yellow. Can score 2 and put this out of reach. McLeod back for it. He's going to wait for his teammates to come back inside, and he's going to be tripped up, and now there's going to be another penalty here, and that one's going to be tough to argue. He's got the knee in the way, so a tripping penalty here, and we're going to have a 4-on-3 for 3 minutes and 46 seconds at least. And a real good chance here to put this out of reach now. Puck's down, off the face-off to the point. Held in though. Walks to the middle, McLeod. right at the top of the circle. Fires a shot there. That's what I was going to say. Why not? It's Dufour, right side. Team Navy in the triangle here with the revolving side. So good job there, Dixon. That was his opportunity to jump, and he does. So back to the point it goes. Parsons, cross for Dufour. Dufour backside. Once again, back up time. Parsons, back to the left side. Parsons, backdoor, and Frizzell couldn't get a stick on it. Good second effort, though, as Dufour walks in. Shot there, tried to go short side. That goes wide all the way to the left side. Parsons able to get there in time. Now he'll slow it down. Parsons loops around. He'll fire it across for McLeod. McLeod fired it. Gould, the save off the shoulder. The rebound's loose in the slot. And that's going to be sent the length of the ice. Good clear there from Team Navy as we approach the final 2 minutes here. Butcher slows that down for his defender, Parsons. Picks it up here. He's going to move it for McLeod. McLeod had it poked off the stick. Good force there by Baldwin. Now he'll ease off. Carrying it into the zone. Team Yellow here. Dropping it back for Pelham. Pelham left it there for Brabant. Brabant's going to have some space to walk in. Shot there. He scores. Avery Brabant extends the lead to 5-3. What a great pass from Pelham. And we touched on something similar earlier in the game where that pass doesn't need to be a million miles an hour. It just needs to get to an area where you can win a race. And Pelham carried that puck in deep. The defenders were forced to defend against him, and he just lofted a puck into the high slot area where Brabant had all the time in the world to walk in and shoot. And Gould got over in time to cut down the angle, but a perfectly placed shot there from the right-handed shot. Brabant posting in. So it should just be, second penalty should still be in the box. Chandler's penalty cuts down in half. And the 5-on-3 should technically continue here if I'm not mistaken. So for once I am right. So the 4 minute, obviously the double minor, you score within the first 2 minutes. It just cuts it down to 2 minutes. And in that scenario, the player that went in second tried to leave first. I don't mind it. Try and sneak it by the official. You never know. But referee was on it there. So 5-on-3 continues here for another 25 seconds. Brabant looking for some more. Shot there. Tried to go short side this time, and that goes wide. So that'll come outside the zone, and Yellow will have to re-rack out here in the neutral zone. Another good force there by Baldwin. It's going to force Yellow to retreat back now as Gallant delays for Pelham. Pelham, nice move. Gets around Baldwin. Pelham walks in, shoots there. That was deflected off a sticking up and wide and off the glass. 90 seconds left to go. Into the middle of the ice. Shot there through a crowd. Gould able to find it, and he will hang on and cover it up here with 1:25 left to go and 1:19 left to go here in the penalty to Chandler. Anxiously awaiting his return. Puck's down. Taken by Buckley. Tries to get it in deep. Henneberry stops up. Nice play. Nice feed to the right side now is McDonald. And over the line, he's got Nordine with him, and Woolley stops up. Good job there to delay. Wants to get the power play set up. Continues on down deep. Cuts back the other way. 59 seconds left to go in the Chandler penalty. Final minute to play here in the third period. Over to the right side. Opportunity. McDonald. Backdoor. Nice chance there. Henneberry up top. They score. Great feed backdoor. Gould got there, but Henneberry up and underneath the bar there is going to make it 6-3 Yellow. You got to think that'll be the dagger here in this one. 56 seconds left. Crazier things have happened, but back to center ice we go. 5-on-5 now to finish the period. Potentially anyways. Woolley tried to one-touch that up to his teammate. Now McKim just trying to get that puck in deep. Labucky back with it. Michaud, nice pass into the middle. Heads up there, and that was almost, and now we're going to have another penalty here. As this one's going to go to McKim as Labucky walks in over the line. So I jinxed it, folks. I said we were going to play 5-on-5 for the rest of the game, but that one's on me. So it's going to be a tripping call here. Could have been a knee, but tripping, knee. Essentially the same thing, although sometimes a kneeing penalty does come with an extra. So 29.8 seconds left to go here. Yellow on another power play, leading by 3. Into the corner, and we're going to have another penalty here. Both arms go up. We're going to have a boarding call there. That's on the numbers, so not going to dispute that one, I don't think. So we'll switch sides now, and Navy will get an offensive zone power play here. 22.1 seconds left here in the third period, just creeping away down to the finish. So Reynolds and Romard on the draw. Romard tried to go forward. It's won by Navy. Cranston, a little push play to the net there. Knew exactly where he was on the ice. But a good save by Butcher. So another face-off here, this time to the left side. Off the draw, once again collected by Navy. McLaughlin back for Berger. Berger shot through a crowd. Butcher the save, rebound in front, whacked at by Cranston. Couldn't get it to go. Chip through the middle of the ice. 4 seconds left to go. Romar just looking for some late push here. Kennedy lugging through the neutral zone, and that's going to do it here for this one. A 6-3 victory for Team Yellow. That's where we'll finish this, so we'll conclude coverage here of this game, and we'll jump right in to the U15 matchup here just at the end of the flood here. So we thank you for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed the coverage from the comfort of wherever you are watching from, and we will see you